All right, what is going on, guys? Got another breakdown for UFC Vegas 57. This one is at welterweight. We got Shavkat Rakhmonov taking on Neil Magny. Magny actually going to have a little bit of a size advantage in this one. We haven't seen that against any of Rakhmonov's opponents so far. I mean, Carlston Harris was a little bit lankier, but yeah, Magny is going to have 3 inch reach advantage, 2 inches taller. We'll see if it matters, but I'll start with Neil Magny. Just gritty veteran man. He's really had a late career resurgence over the last couple years. Picked up a lot of good wins. Did lose in that main event against Michael Chiesa. I believe it was a main event, right? Or yeah, it was a main event. And yeah, he just got grapple fucked in that one. But he really came on strong over the last couple years. He's still been doing really well. That Chiesa loss is the only blemish. Win over Li Jingliang, very close decision. I thought Magny got it done. Right decision was made. Anthony Rocco Martin unanimous decision. Robbie Lawler unanimous decision. Jeff Neal bounces back from the Chiesa loss with the unanimous decision. And last time out, I was at this fight in Columbus against Max Griffin. He gets dropped early, comes back, wins the fight by split decision. But I think you gotta go 2 rounds to one for Magny. I think he definitely got it done. I mean, I don't remember. It's hard to really, especially for UFC fights. I mean, CFFC or whatever, like a regional promotion, I tend to remember more. But being at a UFC fight, I don't remember the fights on like a technical level. Like I have to go back and watch the tape study. And yeah, I'd say Magny got 2 out of 3 rounds, and the third round was a potential 10-8. So yeah, he's one of these gritty veterans who just his will gets a lot done for him. He just moves forward the whole time. Good jab. Will mix in some grappling. Not like a great wrestler by any stretch, but against lesser grapplers, he can impose it, and he's just good at winning a decision. He's gritty. He's hard to get out of there, hard to put away, and he will definitely keep rolling. It's just he is getting up there in age. He's not a guy who's taken exceptional damage, but it's just how long can he keep going? I still think he's got a good amount left in the tank. And to his credit, he's calling for all the top dogs. He was trying to fight Chimaev all this time, and now he's getting, an equivalent to Chimaev, honestly, in Rakhmonov. He just hasn't had as emphatic as finishes, even though he does have a couple emphatic finishes. But, Chimaev, just a little bit of a different hype train. I think that Rakhmonov's skill level, potentially on that level. So, yeah, Magny's got his work cut out for him. But yeah, he just wins these fights by being gritty. I think honestly he imposes just the fundamentals a little bit better against lesser fighters like Max Griffin, solid fighter. But he's got flaws. I don't think he's ever gonna be moving up to the ranked. To like the high ends of ranked at least. Let's say I could see him being ranked at the bottom of welterweight, but yeah, he's good at picking up these types of wins, but against Rakhmonov, I don't know where he's really going to be able to impose anything. If he gets this one done, he's probably going to have to hurt him at some point, get his respect, and then just break him down. If Rakhmonov gets some adversity that he's never had before, it could be a recipe for disaster for him. Magny is definitely the type of guy that could win in this situation, but at the end of the day, talent is going to matter, and for Rakhmonov, very talented man. 15-0 record speaks for itself. A lot of stoppages. I think in his last fight, there were some people wondering if he was for real. I feel like half the fan base, maybe more than half now, thinks that this guy is going to be a future title contender. And then there are some people who think that he's had a lot of cans in his career. Maybe so. I don't know. One way or the other. I don't know a lot of these guys that he fought prior to getting to the UFC, but he was with M1 for a little bit. So, he does have some reputable promotions on his record here. I know he's got a win over somebody decent outside the UFC. Oh, yeah, it was Jun Young Park, the Iron Turtle, beat him. So, yeah, he's got a good resume here, and he's finished all 3 of his UFC fights. Standing guillotine in the clinch against Alex Oliveira. He's good everywhere, but he's very good in the clinch in all of these fights. He doesn't even go to it first, but people try to clinch up with him. He always gets, I guess it's a judo throw. I might be a little bit wrong technically, but he'll get like one underhook, get the toss, and yeah, he's just dominant in the clinch. He's done that against all 3 of his opponents in the UFC or against Cowboy Oliveira. He just chokes him out in the clinch. Striking wise, he commits to what he wants to do. I think that's what makes him good, or elite at least. And yeah, he just looks very nonchalant in there. Just looks like he's stoned. Honestly, just kind of like meanders forward, but he um he stays ready with whatever he wants to do, and he'll commit to his shots, commit to the pocket, and because he's so relaxed, his head movement is just on point, and he's right back in there. So very committed to landing his power shots. And against Carlston Harris, man, there's people on Harris in that one, giving Harris his props. But Rakhmonov felt like every shot he committed to did a lot of damage. He just Harris a little wonky striking wise, honestly. Better grappler, good sub game. His striking can be successful sometimes, but against a good counter striker, he leaves a lot of openings. He did get countered at one point, but Rakhmonov just kind of dodging most of his strikes, just moving forward, looking for the perfect shot. Lands a spinning body kick that was pretty nasty. Definitely didn't like that. And then hits him with a 1-2 counter off of a wild shot from Harris. That hurts him. Ends up putting him out with another spinning kick that lands to the head. In the clinch, he reverses him, has like that hip toss, and Harris is able to scramble back up. Harris good on the ground, but yeah, it didn't even look close. Rakhmonov just again everything he did was very successful. No blemishes in that performance, and the ground and pound that put him out. It was just like three regular ground and pound shots, and like it was just like concussive damage. Like, you can tell he was definitely concussed after that. So yeah, this guy's a killer, man, and the odds reflect it. If you look on FanDuel, it's already getting out of hand. Rakhmonov at minus 430. On DK, Rakhmonov at minus 390. And I agree, I'm trying to get on this as early as possible. I wanted to bet it this morning. The money started trending on Magny a little bit, at least on DK, and then I couldn't put a bet on it. Funny how that works, but yeah, it was at like minus 365, and I was like, word, that's awesome for Rakhmonov. I'm just looking to pair this with something else. I'm thinking Thiago Moises, honestly. Um, it's tough to do like a big unit bet like that, but I'm pretty comfortable in Thiago Moises this week, man. I think he's got a winnable matchup. I gotta knock wood, but yeah, I'm thinking of making like a decent sized bet. If this line can stay like under minus 450, let's say, if it stays right here by like tomorrow morning, perfect. I'll probably put like 3-4 units on it in a doubles parlay. But yeah, man, as good as Neil Magny is, he wins these fights by just being a little bit more fundamentally sound than his opponent. It's not like he does anything super imposing. He wins a lot of decisions. Against better grapplers, he will get out wrestled. I think Rakhmonov is better than him on the ground. Again, he's just ragged out everybody in the clinch. I just don't see where Magny is going to be able to get his respect. I mean, it's always possible, puncher's chance, but yeah, I think Rakhmonov, he's very economical with his striking. Again, he didn't really throw that many strikes in the Harris fight. He didn't have to. Everything he threw was very impactful. So, yeah, Magny is going to have to move forward. He's going to get countered, I think, and we'll see what we get for inside the distance, but I might bet. I mean, I know Magny's a gritty veteran, but I think that Rakhmonov, the hype is real. When you think the hype is real like this, you got to bet it all the way, I think, you got to ride it all the way to the top. So, yeah, I like Shavkat Rakhmonov this week, even though he's got a solid veteran for an opponent. The line is where it should be, I think. And I think right now, even though it's obviously juiced, I think that it's a pretty good value for where Rakhmonov's at. So thanks for watching, guys. Sure, subscribe and take it easy.